Hello my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. Well, it is about time to debunk and destroy the fake medical science. And we can do it right here using one example, and this is the so-called autoimmune response. Many chronic problems come to the point where suppression of the symptom no longer works. And when this happens, two excuses are being used by our experts. One is genetic influence, because what you get from mom and from dad, you're screwed if there is a blemish. So if anybody in the past in either part of your family had similar symptoms, bingo, this is it. It's genetic, sorry, there's nothing we can do, we can just continue medicating you, you'll get flares, you'll have this and that, but sorry, you have a genetic problem, glitch. Now, this I have debunked already. But again, maybe in the future we'll go back to it. But another excuse is being put on rampaging immune system. It gets out of whack and it starts attacking its own body. And we call it autoimmune problem. Now even this, they say, it could be genetic because, for example, lupus is known to run in a family. Well, not only lupus, now it is going to be diabetes. They say, well, also could be a kind of autoimmune, cells attacking the insulin cells, and it's, what can we do? Rheumatism. So many people suffer from it, which is very likely that somebody in your family had it, and pie! Now it could be immune, it could be autoimmune, because it's again, we cannot suppress it, we cannot cure it, because the body is doing a problem here by attacking itself. Okay, so let's see, where does this stupidity come from? What is common for all autoimmune diseases? Inflammation. Okay? So now, what are we being told about inflammation in a medical school? That it's a reaction caused by reaction of gen and antigen. There comes gen and antigen is being formed that fights with it, and this creates inflammation, which will help. Okay, but this is widely accepted. So now if this is being considered as being the truth, which basically every educated doctor accepts as the truth, then obviously if you have inflammations and there is no particular bacteria that you can blame it on, or fungus that you can put it on, well, you can blame it on virus. So we invented herpes virus. But again, the flares could be different without actual shown cleansing, like in herpes, the bubbles, that's a toxic liquid that's coming out. But just inflammation, puffiness, redness that we see, let's say, in lupus, or we see in rheumatism when joints get affected like this. So if you cannot look at bacteria or fungus, you cannot blame it on virus because it does not appear to have the same symptom of the bubbles and stuff oozing liquid out. So, okay, it's not the elusive virus, another baloney. So we have to find now something else. And we call it body starts attacking itself because it produces inflammation without any gain. We cannot pinpoint again that now why body would now use antigen to fight it and create this inflammation. So we just invented it. And this is very common for our science. What you are missing, you invent. Especially in physics, we are excellent in doing this, in creating forces. You know, gluons and fluons and myons and so now in medicine the same thing. It's a science, no? What you don't understand and you miss, you invent. So now we have invented that, okay, if there is, we cannot pinpoint it on anything else, and you are still getting these inflammations, your body is creating antigen and fighting itself, producing this. And sorry, you know, we cannot go against your body. Well, schmucks. Remember, everything we have been told in the medical school is based on lies. And we are trained to create diseases, not to heal. The word healing does not appear in our medical vocabulary. Cure, you know, preserve. Yeah, we are very good at it. Not only preserving, but accelerating and putting body in this situation. There would never been any of those autoimmune diseases, these symptoms of these inflammations, if medicine would not be created. Medicine. So we are trained actually in a school how to create these diseases. And how do we do it? By suppressing the symptom or inventing a symptom, inventing disease. High blood pressure. You have high blood pressure, you are diseased. Now we have to suppress it. Give diuretics. Give beta blockers. You are poisoning the body. You are draining water out of it. And already it is suffering from lack of plasma. What is the main thing to every lupus sufferer? They never drink water. Every lupus case I had, just giving plain water, people start vomiting. Didn't go through because body did not recognize it. They never drink water. So, how do I explain what inflammation is? Cellular dehydration, increased acidity and inability of cells to rinse themselves because they don't have enough plasma, they don't have enough water that they can use to do this. So they involve forced hydration. So under increased pressure in a tissue, some water can be squeezed into the cells so then they can use it either to get some of the poisonous acid out or to flush the membrane and cleanse it from some foreign protein that got stuck on it or something that bothers them, which is allergy. So this is why we have inflammation in allergy. Now, if you do not provide plasma, then you will always be lacking water and body will go into these forced hydrations. Whenever there's a little problem, on this, something irritates you on the skin, it flares. Women like to wear makeup. So now this is creating toxic element. The body, the skin normally wants to wash it off, keeps it hydrated, lubricated to separate it away from the cells. When it can't, it goes into inflammation to put more water there to do the job. If you have any kind of injury, open injury, cut, whatever, the tissue inflames. It's a natural defense of the body. Increase the pressure so things don't go into the body, are getting pushed out of the body. So we can just follow the line of stupidity on the internet, okay? So they say cause is unknown. Well, what creates this autoimmune? What creates the body to fight itself? It's unknown. Yes, to doctors it's unknown, because we are never being told that there is certain percentage of plasma that has to be in the blood. We are only being told how many platelets and how many red cells and white cells and how much hormone and this and that we have to have, but nobody talks about plasma. And plasma level vary. And if you have low plasma levels, this means you are dehydrated, you have low blood, low levels of blood. And blood cannot cleanse because it cannot waste more water to get rid of garbage. So we have to have optimal level of plasma. But drinking water will not do it, because plasma is not water. Plasma is ionized water, ionized through minerals. So you need salt. But then you are being told, don't have salt because it's bad for you. It's all scheme. And this is how we create this problem. You don't give a salt, you don't give minerals. We are being told, eat veggies, that's a mineral. Well, how come that herbivores need to be supplemented with salt? Because it's a lie. You get shit out of plants. You get empty energy, glucose, sugar. So we are instructed, actually, we are being educated how to create disease, how to destroy body. This is what we are all being educated in. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor, doesn't matter if you're a nurse, doesn't matter if you are a nutritionist. You are being instructed exactly what to tell the client, and what you are telling client is exactly opposite of the truth, because you are instructed to do so, and you have no capacity of observing and thinking. And even if you do, I cannot practice medicine. I cannot practice work as a doctor, because I'm against the establishment. I cannot use anything that I was told in medical school to do. And I had to pledge allegiance that I'm going to do things only in agreement with the medical industry. What did they tell me to do? This is why now, before we used to have, as soon as you get sniffle, little cough, you go to doctor and he gives you something against flu. Ibuprofen, gives you some antibiotic, says it's for secondary problems because it doesn't work against virus, but it helps. Why? It closes the cells. You stop eliminating toxins and you stop showing symptoms of flu. But at least we were helped. Now doctors have been instructed, no, don't do that, because this is a special virus. We have to leave it alone, and when the people are dying, cannot breathe anymore, then you help them, and you don't use the standard stuff that works. Here are new pills. You give them this because this is for this particular, people are dying. They are dying because it's a special virus, not because you are killing them. Open up your eyes. The whole medicine is designed to destroy human race. More doctors we have now, more specialists, more geniuses, the more people are sick and dying. It's very well balanced. So, if now, when you can clearly see it, if you still don't get it, you're a moron. Moron. Time to destroy the system. Not only medical science, you have to peel off the physics, change it, chemistry, change it. I have now friends, more and more people are coming here to jungle, study plants. We're going to study, we're going to see the chemical structure and how we can utilize it, how it works with the body. It's not going to do you any good. Because like this, you will never get anywhere. We have to go to the truth. We have to go to the vibration. We have to go to the sacred geometry. And now we have more and more sophisticated equipment we can do it with. If we have now possibility of marking every frequency that our body produces and checking which one is off-tuned, tune it and heal body through frequency generators, medbeds or sonars, well, we can use the same equipment. We can scan plants. Then compare the frequency scan to a scan of a human body. See where are the similarities. And then instead of poisoning the body, just apply those frequencies. Very simple. We have to forget about chemistry. We have to forget about the whole physics completely. This whole has to be destroyed. Yeah, burning books. In this case, it makes sense. Because it is all fake science based on lies. And we have to go and embrace the new one. Of course, none of us really knows the new one, but this is where the fun lies. This is where we go and create our new world, and we have plenty to do. But going the right way, not by destroying what we have created just to see how it was created, but using the knowledge of the frequency of how the universe actually is made, using the power of this brain that we created to manifest. Very simple. But as we go back to autoimmune diseases, well, they do not exist. It's autoimmune stupidity that we are feeding ourselves with this information that is wrong, and even when we see it doesn't work, we still stick to it because it brings us money, and we were told by superiors that this is how it works, so professor said it must be true. And the professor heard it from his professor, who read it from a book, signed and approved by Cabal. So here we are. We are finishing the old and getting ready for the new. It will be exciting. But start thinking. There is no such a thing as autoimmune disease or autoimmune reaction. Body is a robot that is programmed with sensors and switches, exactly what to do when, through it's programmed through experiences that we have in our genetic code. Because we are the creators and we are the product of the creation. We have all the knowledge right embedded in our DNA. We just have to get to it. The body goes there. When you start eating plant food, you are changing the ambience in your body, and by vibration, the gene gets activated of remembrance what the cells were doing when they were plants. And all of a sudden, your cell stops producing GCMF and starts producing nagalase, glycoside hydrolase, so it can deal with glucose, which normally it's not designed to deal with in animal type of body. So it's actually switching, shifting to plant style of existence. And of course, you cannot live in animal body working as a plant. So you are destroying this robot. And then we have symptoms of the destruction through food. And since we are being told all the wrong things, we start accepting stupid solutions. And one of them, the stupidest, is autoimmune reaction or autoimmune disease. Welcome to Disclosure. Love you all.